Hey everyone, it's Kale, it's Cruise Com Captain. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name's Kale. I live on board cruise ships just about full time these days, and I do so through casino hacking and using my specific casino strategy to earn more cruises than I can possibly use. So if you're interested in that, I'm gonna leave a link to the video of my 60-minute video I just put out below, and check out the rest of my channel. I have tons of info about that. But today we're gonna talk specifically about a lot of questions I've been getting about cruising as a couple or cruising in pairs, or it could be husband, wife, it could be two friends, it could be, any type of couple out there, any relationship, any people who just even like to cruise together, right? This gets asked about all the time, and a lot of people first, they want to know, hey, can we combine our points to get these offers, to do the system you talk about, to do anything else like that? And the answer officially from Royal is no, you can't. You cannot combine your points. And again, I'm going to be speaking on behalf of Royal Caribbean and Celebrity. If you cruise on different cruise lines, it's likely the same, but feel free to do your own research. This is just a guide in my experience. So combining play is not a thing. There are some combinations you can do, and I'll talk about that at the end of the video. But right now we need to consider going in as two different individuals. How do you go about it? If you've never cruised before, as I talk about in the beginning of my 60-minute full guide, step one is getting on a cruise ship for the first time, right? You've got to get on a Royal or Celebrity ship so that you can get into playing in the casino. And once you do that, that's when you can start the process. So if you two are going on a cruise already or anything else like that, the two of you, only one of you really needs to get on the ship the first time and earn an offer for two people, just like I've been talking about in the other thing. A lot of these 1,500 point offers, you can earn them for two people. Sometimes even less you can, for even fewer points. Once that happens, then you start to trade off strategically. A lot of the mistakes I see when I see couples come in, or people who cruise together come in, is that they'll both go to the casino and they'll both play on their individual cards individually across the casino from each other and do no coordination, no anything at all. And that's fine, you can do that. But if a lot of these people are maybe in a relationship and are even sharing finances, sharing a budget, and they don't coordinate or communicate with one another, and then one of them ends up with like 1,100 points and the other one ends up with like 3,600 points. And of course you can't combine them, right? So they're both caught in between these different awkward tiers. And I've known some people to even do that, and they're very busy and can only take one cruise every couple of years. And so that play is kind of wasted. You'd be better off just having one person play that money if you're sharing finances or you're sharing a bankroll. And especially if you're gonna be taking that future cruise together anyway, to get over that 4,000 point mark instead of spraying all those extra points. So targeted strategic play is important, and you can't necessarily combine points, you can't move them around. It makes it even more important to have a plan or a strategy before you begin. Because if you kind of go willy-nilly about this, there's not much you can do after the fact. You can each get your own offers, and that's still a lot better than not coordinating, but there's other ways to do it I'm going to talk about in the video. So let's say neither of you had a cruise already going. So you both pick out a cruise you want to do. If you want to go the most affordable way possible to get on the ship to get it started, you can do that. Book a 3-night cruise close to you, as close as you can, or for the cheapest transportation, whatever. And then you get on the ship, okay? And one person you can really just kind of hack this thing. If you're doing cruise fare for two, you can hack this thing where one person just plays, earns 1,500 points, earns that offer. If you can take 4 cruises a year or 6 cruises a year, split among 2 people, and you're sharing a cabin, and you're earning cruise offers for 2 people, you have a lot of flexibility here. You have a lot of extra value that other people aren't really taking advantage of. Or if you have separate bankrolls, right, you can still help each other out in different types of ways. Like, hey, when I go on my complimentary cruise, you can come on mine with me, and vice versa. And if you're always going to be sailing with each other, then only one of you needs to play per cruise to keep this going, and you'll both be hopefully earning marketing offers anyway. Or you can both just do the same type of thing, and you'll each you can both get on the cruise, both earn 1,500 points, and then go book another cruise together from one of your cruises. Take that 6 months out, and then the other person's cruise, you can go, into the next year, into the next period. You can also go on the cruise. One person is the only one who plays. They earn their 1,500 points. The other person just enjoys their cruise or sits next to them and plays and enjoys, but you're putting half as much money at stake, half as much bankroll needed. And then with that 1,500 point offer within the prime period, again, refer to my previous video if you're not sure, if you're not following me here, but I just want to make an abbreviated thing. I don't want to rehash the whole thing for those who have watched. Go ahead. One person plays their whole 1,500, the other person doesn't. And then when you book that 1,500 offer later in the same prime period, the other person will flip and they'll play on that offer, and then you'll kind of just enjoy your cruise. And now, so what's happening now is because you're earning cruises for two, you only have to play every other cruise, right? If you were solo cruising, you'd have to play each time to keep the offers going, or no one's going to be earning one for you. So you can use these things very synergistically as a couple. And while royal stances, you can't pass a card around, you can't be playing on other people's cards and things like that. You can sit next to the person while they're playing, or one person can concentrate their play on the card. I know other people who have success doing things they're not allowed to do. I'm not going to recommend any of that, but if you're just strategic about when you play and what cruises, and you think about that, then it starts to open up a whole world of value. So I talked about other upgrades and things like that you can do as well. So not only are you getting extra cruises by doing two people, you can get 6 cruises, right? You're each earning 2 in the period, plus you each get a prime cruise at the end. So after one period, instead of getting 3 free cruises in total, you're actually getting 6, or 6 cruises from the play on, 2 cruises each. So there's other considerations. Sometimes people want to, if they're cruising with someone else, they want more room. They want a nicer room. They want a bigger room. If they're sailing in interiors, they want balconies. Sometimes they even want to start to explore the junior suites. And there are combinations where maybe you do both want to play on a cruise, but let's say at the 3,000 point, there's a balcony offer for the sailing you really, really want. And at 1,500 points, there's an interior offer for that same cruise. Both are cruise fare for 2, right? If one of the 2 partners earns the 3,000 point on their card and the other one earns the 1,500 point on their card, you could book separate rooms for that cruise, one an interior or a balcony, or you can combine them. At least this is what has been historically true, and I've had this experience as well. You can combine the interior plus a balcony for a junior suite cruise. And so there's a lot of value in that too if you look strategically and you start to hack. So this is a question I've gotten a lot. There's ways to do it. Again, this is just for entertainment purposes. These are just things to think about. Go ahead. You have to kind of do some work yourself, and you have to, set it up with your own bankroll preferences, your own needs, your own stuff, because everyone's cruising experience is different. Some people want to be playing a long time in the casino. Some people don't. Some people have a partner who comes along with them that doesn't want to gamble at all, and they just love to come along for the ride, and they love traveling with them. So anyway, keep these things in mind. Apply them for yourself. Leave me any questions you have in the comment about this, or let me know comments you have below about this. Go ahead and check out that previous video of mine if you haven't seen it for all the nitty-gritty details, and follow along my channel, guys. Hit the subscribe button, like this, share this with anyone else who might want to start cruising with a partner and might want to, take this thing on the road and get a lot more value for your vacation dollar. Cruising's a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoy them as much as I do. So thank you so much for following along and supporting the channel. It means the world to me. Leave some comments below and I'll do my best to help everyone out. Let's get more value. And thanks so much for watching. Take care.